Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with Joao Felix as the Atletico Madrid forward's brother hinted on a possible Barca move. Of course, saying that he was very brave. Barca are still hopeful that things could work as the player keep pushing for a possible move. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this report claiming that this 19-year-old Barca starlet Alex Valle will leave on loan if not included in the first team squad by Xavi Hernandez. We are also going to be looking at that. So as we get right into the full story, please, if you haven't subscribed, endeavor to hit the subscribe button. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Joao Felix's brother, Joao Felix, has come out in support of the Atletico Madrid forward, saying that his big brother was very brave throughout his recent transfer movement, and more importantly, he has never seen a player showing such immense love for a club. Only a few days ago, the Portuguese forward spoke dearly of Barcelona, admitting his love and admiration for the Catalan team. He also added that presenting the Blaugrana has been representing Barca has been his childhood dream ever since. He said, "I would love to play for Barca. Barcelona has always been my first choice, and I would love to join them. It was always my dream since I was a kid. If it happens, it will be a dream come true for me." Felix's words have put Atletico Madrid in an extremely difficult situation, and more importantly, it has revived his lost links with Barcelona. However, given the fact that his contract runs until 2027, the cost of his signing is expected to rise up to 25 million euros, which is why Barcelona have decided to distance themselves. Given his comments, it is all but certain that Atletico will not want to continue with the forward, and for that, they are willing to do everything possible, including a swap deal with Barcelona involving Ferran Torres and Eric Garcia. As it turns out, however, the team from Catalonia does not want to be part of it. Wow. Observing the movement from that front, Felix's brother, Joao Felix, who plays as a midfielder for Benfica B, said that it is very brave for the Portuguese to speak so highly of a rival team. Going by his brother's word, he said, "You already know my opinion. This is a decision of the clubs which have to be met and, of course, find a final proposal." He was very brave. I don't remember that a player has shown such clear love for another club. He has already said it what he wants to go to Barca. As of today, it has been reported that Xavi and his coaching staff consider Felix as a misfit for Barcelona, and to it, the cost of the operation and Barca are simply in no state to even think of a transfer. Of course, the Joao Felix's rumors have cooled down. Of course, last week, after the interview he had, of course, when the ever-reliable Fabrizio Romano posted in his accounts in Twitter, it shocked the football world. Joao Felix revealed the love he had for Barca. And of course, the rumor mill started bringing out all kinds of stories, all kinds of G's and vibes about a possible move for the player to Barca this summer. And also the report saying that Atletico have given the player permission to go away if he wants to go to Barca or anywhere. That's his business. The player was waiting for Barca. In fact, he is still waiting for Barca to make a move. But we all know the situation. Barca right now are just like, I don't know, we are just begging. We are just trying our best to stand up to our feet. At the financial standpoint, it's not easy at Barca's end. And of course, Atletico Madrid are okay if Barca can come to negotiations for the player and bring in some out-of-favor stars like Ferran Torres and Eric Garcia. Of course, talking about Ferran Torres, Atletico have been interested in that guy for a long time. For me personally, I don't see why Barca shouldn't do that. If Atletico are okay with player swaps in that deal with money, I think it's okay. We was talking about Ferran Torres and Eric Garcia. Those players need to be cashing ASAP. How on earth will Barca keep them saying that they're not interested in such? Of course, we heard the report saying that President Laporta and his administration, majority of them are even happy if they can bring in Joao Felix. But Xavi is the problem. Xavi and his coaching staff, they don't want Joao Felix. And I still don't get it. Our forward last season was so poor, apart from Lewandowski, who was banging the goals. In the history of Barca, we have forwards that all of them scores. Look at the time of the MSN. Messi, Neymar, Suarez, the wingers score. Even before that, Pedri, David Villa, they score goals. They assist in scoring. But it's not all about wingers who are dead. Like, to be honest, I'm sorry to say this, but Barca have been poor offensively in recent years. And Xavi, if he doesn't have that long sight to see the forward problem, then it's poor. You cannot be relying on the same forward for back-to-back seasons. Last season, the left wing was all dead. Of course, Ferran Torres and Ansu Fati, nothing was going on in that wing. Talking about the right wing, apart from Rafinha, who was struggling, even though he never had his best season, but he was the best right winger. But he still did not score so much. Only 8 goals the whole season. And here we are talking about the same attacking. And Xavi thinks attacking is okay. It makes no sense to me. So let's see how it goes. But I definitely think Joao Felix is an important player. I wish he joins the club. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. Barca are moving out a plethora of young talents, either on loan or permanently, with repurchases clauses included in case of the latter. Pablo Torre has already departed. Chadi Riyad, Nico Gonzalez, Julian Araujo, and Estanis Pedrola are all set to be on their way out as well. Some on loan, some on permanent exits, and more names could join the list. And as per journalist Santi Valle, young left back Alex Valle could also be on his way out on a loan deal for the upcoming season if he is not included in the first team squad as per his contract. A product of the La Masia youth setup, Valle has risen through the ranks and gone on to make 22 appearances for Barca Athletic, registering a solitary assist. The 19-year-old spent the second half of last season on loan to FC Andorra, playing 7 games. Now back at Barca, Valle has traveled with the rest of the squad to the US for the pre-season tour. The 19-year-old has been called up by Xavi to provide cover at left back as Barca is still recovering from his injury. And reports suggest that the young left back wants to prove himself to the manager and earn a place in the first team squad for the upcoming season. For Valle to earn a place in Xavi's plans, he would have to compete with Marcos Alonso, who is currently the second choice left back behind Bade. But by contract, if Valle does not find a place in the senior setup next season, he will be leaving on a loan. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.